In January of 2005, we had just bought our first house. Micah was pregnant and we were expecting our first baby. And I had just driven 15 hours from Idaho to pick up my boss from the airport. And he took me to lunch and fired me. After getting laid off and basically just get my resume together and start putting that out there and seeing what's available and all that. The pressure was on. Like I said, we just bought our first house. We were waiting on our first baby, and I'm now unemployed. There isn't time to feel sorry for yourself or anything else. It's you got to get to work and you got to do things. It's my job to provide. The back field over there to this field here, where we pushed the cattle in there about 3 weeks ago.
It was 2006 and Seth was turning 30, and I remember picking out a birthday card for him and wrote in the birthday card, I said, let's do it. Let's buy the 3-headed cattle and let's start.
That was the last green light I needed, was just to make sure I had Micah on board, and it was off after that. It was we bought a few head of cattle. We had some ground that we had leased from some friends, and it was time to make a go of it.
When we started, we literally had nothing but our own hands and family to help us. We had no truck, no trailer, we had no horses, we didn't have any of the tools that most cowboys and cowgirls have. It was us. We had to build it from the ground up. The kids enjoyed going out and helping their dad and being little cowgirls and cowboys. And doing everything that they could to help.
We put cattle out on the ranch, and there wasn't even a gate to open to put them out there. We had to build that. It was a very punk rock, do it yourself kind of scenario where we just had to do everything ourselves. We didn't have any money to invest. We didn't have anybody that we could hire to do the stuff for us. We just figured out a way, and it was just kind of determination, and was something that was a labor of love. When I was a kid, from working on my uncle's dairy or hauling hay, or even to this day, it's kind of like I'm out at the ranch and doing that work, and that's, I know what I'm supposed to do. I know what my path is supposed to be. It's like, this is where I am. This is where I'm home. We don't have to put a ton of inputs, and we don't have to put a ton of time and technology and things and expense and all that into producing beef. If we let nature do it and the way that's supposed to look, she does a really great job. So step back and let her do it.
Grass-fed is really the way that Mother Nature intended cows to live and other herbivores to live. And there's beauty in the simplicity of those cows being out on pasture, growing and grazing and turning over the soil and creating room for life to keep going.
For us, it was important to raise product and raise beef that was accessible to as many people as possible. It's not right for healthy food to only be accessible to the very wealthy. We want to be able to create beef that anybody can afford and anybody can enjoy.
In our family, we like to end our day by meeting at our table. We tend to cook dinner with at least some of us helping, and we gather around the table and we share our moments of the day. We nourish ourselves, we nourish our body, we nourish our soul, and we just close our day that way. And as Mariposa Ranch, we want to share that tradition with as many people as we can. We're family ranchers raising beef to deliver right to your door.